I was trying to do a freaking thumbnail. While trying to do a thumbnail, the damn thing went live. So whatever thumbnail you see, ignore it, please. Yeah, I haven't had a shave. I'm looking kind of messy. CKR here, awesome, nice to see you, my brother. Let's play around with this little bit. Yeah, I have no idea why my yeah, the thumbnail didn't work. Right, I tried to take a picture, it didn't work. So it is what it is, right? I know Faisal, he said he's driving. Drive safe, brother. Please concentrate on the road. Put your audio on or something, and then we'll talk about it. So there's a few bits and bobs I wanted to talk about today. I've had a private conversation with KR, and you know, he said, like, jump on a live and let's talk about it. At least everyone else could know. I see Bubble here. Awesome, nice to see you as well. So if you're here for the first time, or if you're here God knows for how long, since the beginning of this channel, smash that like button. Let's get the algorithm kicking, right? Smash that like button. So if you are here, smash that like button. Whether you subscribe or not, it's a whole different story. But if you do like the content, if you like the kind of live things we do here, and you know, we keep it live and real here and completely raw, if you like that, then please do consider subscribing. If not, then it's fine, it's not an issue. We are planning to grow to about 10k, so if you want to help us to get there, great, why not? I see Costin here, awesome, my brother, nice to see you as well, right? I see Faisal here, salam, my brother. Gonna hit the road soon. All right, so he's sat in the car, he's gonna hit the road soon. But when you do, please don't type, right? I don't want you to get into any trouble, and see where we go. So let's get into the market. Now that we've done all the greets and everything, remember guys, if you're here, smash that like button, right? Hit that like button. If you're watching the video later, still smash that like button, right? And leave something in the comment regarding how you feel about what we're going to talk about today. So I want to talk about the market because something funny happened, right? Something funny happened, right? On the way to the moon. I'm joking. We're not going to talk about the moon here today, but something funny happened. So when we were looking at the market, and still the data is secure, right? So when we're looking at the market, when we're looking at the charts, the 3-day, I'm not talking about the 12-hour, I'm not talking about the 1 day, right? On the RSI, they're showing that, yeah, we want to pump up, which is exactly what's happening. And I mentioned this on yesterday's live as well, and we pumped exactly to that. In fact, we went very close to 90k, which I've mentioned a few days ago that we could potentially go to 90k. I wouldn't mind seeing it up there. And I talked about all the dominance and stuff. I don't want to reiterate too much, but I will kind of delve into it a little bit, right? But let's keep this video something different, right? So market's currently at $3.2 trillion. Right, so it's recovered very well. It went down to as low as 3.04, some places even lower, so close to 3 trillion. Let's just say 3 trillion. Again, it's a number that I've thrown out there, so I don't want to go into that. BTC is currently coming back to test the 95k. I think at some stage it did break past 95k, it got rejected, so it's hovering below that, which is a good thing. We don't want to really see BTC go up, and I'll explain a little bit why I'm saying this, right? Ethereum today sitting at 3,538 right now. We want it to break above the 3,586, possibly 3,600 would be a good number for us, right? And then we can really see the altcoins shine a little bit, because Ethereum is holding everything down. A lot of people don't realize this, and I've been banging on about it. Ethereum is the one that's been holding everything down, and if Ethereum starts to move, I think something great is about to happen. Right, so that's my view on it anyway. However, yesterday when we did bleed out, I mentioned a few bits and bobs on Discord, and I said, guys, look at how some of these coins are performing, because there was two things to notice. One, some of these very specific coins I was talking about, they didn't bleed out. That was one thing. And then a few others, they were actually running positive. I was like, look at that. That's what we want to see, because they're capturing some of that dominance and they're moving forward, right? So BTC not to go above 95k, to stay around 90k, right, for another week at least, right, is a good thing for the altcoins. And I've mentioned this on many occasions. So that's what it is. Now, we want to also look at, like, what's the potential, right? So of course we're talking about altcoins want to move, altcoin season could come in and all of that. Bitcoin dominance dropping. We talked about dominance this entire morning. I talked to Faisal about dominance. Think about it this way, right? When we see dominance like at 60 or 70, or currently at 58, in fact right now at 58.33, that number is a percentage of the total market. But remember what I said another day as well, right? I've said this before as well. when we're looking at certain charts, right, whether we're looking at TradingView, whether we're looking at Coin Market Cap, Coin Paprika, or any other platform that is tracking the total market cap, please understand this clearly, right? They are only tracking the ones they have inputted into the system. So it may not be the entire global total market cap, right, for the cryptocurrency, because we have millions and millions of coins. It may not be all of them. They may not be tracking all of them. So please do understand this, right? But it gives us a good percentage. And especially when we look at the BTC one, at least we got something accurate because we know exactly how many BTCs out there. So when we see a 58% BTC dominance, we know that that one is 58% of whatever the total market cap that we see. So this $3.2 trillion that we see there is 58% of this $3.2 trillion. That's all you have to understand, right? So it's just a percentage number. Of course, when I talk about altcoins coming and taking the dominance, what we're saying is BTC doesn't have to change in valuation or price, even by a single percent. BTC can stay at 95K all day long. It doesn't make any difference. What will happen is the dominance number will drop, the percentage will drop as other coins, altcoins in the market increase in valuation. That's all it is, right? So please understand this. It's not an important thing, but it's important for us because a lot of us are diversified and we do hold a whole bunch of Desi track. Awesome. Salam, my brother. Nice to see you here. Desi, I did mention something on one of the comments, right? You left. I mentioned something about DJI, this and that. Check out the DJI Mic Mini. They just got out a DJI Mic Mini. That might be something quite cool to look into. And it gets even better if you have a DJI Osmo Action Cam, I believe 3, 4, or 5. Or even the Osmo Pocket 3 or something, then you can buy that mic, just the mic on its own, right? It's very cheap, right? And it connects via Bluetooth directly to the device that I mentioned, right? So have a look at that, because if you're going to get back into riding and if you're going to get back into recording and audio is a concern, my brother, the DJI Mic Mini, I think, will solve your problem because it connects directly via Bluetooth to one of those action cams. And I think it's going to help you a lot, right? And the audio quality is freaking good as well. It's very similar to DJI Mic 2 without the recording, but it's a micro little thing. It's like a pound, size of a pound coin. It's freaking brilliant. Check it out, please, right? I know we diverted a little bit, but I thought I'll get this in there while I remember. So what was I saying? So we're talking about the market, right? So this is the dominance, right? So what I'm looking at is like dominance. So that's the only thing about dominance, the way I see it. You know, we like the other coins will take over. Now, when we're saying they take over, right? What does it really mean, right? Well, what are we really talking about? Well, of course, we're talking about valuation, but what kind of valuation are we looking for? Because if Ethereum stays at 3,500, like right now, it's at 3,528, 3,500. If it stays at 3,500, does that really impact the dominance? Does it really take any share of the market? Not entirely, right? Some other coin may come and take a bit of that percentage. You know what I mean? So we have to look at it in a complete different way, right? When we're talking about dominance being taken over, there's another thing we need to factor in as well. We're talking about Ethereum going back to 5,000K, 4,900 or 4,800 and something was the thing. Let's just say 4,900 was the previous all-time high. We're talking about it going back to that number, right? We're talking about it taking over that number and possibly going towards the $6,000, $7,000 level. I know a lot of people haven't fathomed this, right? They do not understand that BTC, you know, if it goes to 100K, can Ethereum even get that? Ethereum has absolute all reasons, right? And absolute all possibilities to go to any price, right? Any higher level. There's no reasons anything could stop Ethereum from going to $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. There's nothing stopping it. You know what I mean? I'll give you a good example. There was a coin called Yearn Finance, YFI. Right, Yearn Finance, when it first came out, a lot of people didn't believe it could go to $40,000, $50,000. It went to $95,000 in the first year of it launching. Of course, after that, it dumped, right? So think about it. There are some coins out there who have a stronger community, and I don't see a reason why they can't pump as high. I'm actually talking about strong community. I'll give you an example. XRP, one of the largest, strongest, committed communities out there. And there's a few people out there that I know. In fact, one of those person believes XRP could go to $27. there's nothing stopping it from going to $27. There's nothing. There's nothing in the rule books that says that's not possible, right? Of course, when we start looking at the market structure and how much money's coming in on what people are looking, then we can start analyzing it and saying, well, maybe it's not possible this season, because obviously it's got to do with money as well, right? So how do I put this? Let's put it this way, right? So imagine there's $100 trillion around the globe, right? We know that there's an inflation of about 4%. So we know every, year they add another 4% to it. So every year they add another 4% to it. So just think about that and compound that, right? Well, if that's how much money there is, well, that means that's exactly how much money there is. You can't have more. Now, of course, when we have crypto, a lot of people think, well, no, crypto adds more valuation. Technically, it does because of the value increase. But when you're paying out, there's still money coming out from somewhere because someone had to pay somewhere, right? So, but ultimately, because of the hypes that we get, a lot of the time we can pump more. And of course, we have our best friend USDT and USDC now as well, best friends who can mint and print as much money as they want, right? Provided we have a demand for it. So if all of a sudden the market now jumps to $10 trillion and we know the money supply is only $100 trillion, right? For example, well, we can add another $10 trillion because we got USDT for it, right? And it's good as gold. There's no issues at all, right? As long as we can cash out, no issues at all. So what I'm saying is none of these coins are being prevented by any means, right, from going to a new all-time high. And that's what will give us a lower BTC dominance and a higher valuation in that asset, because that asset's just going to take over some of that and probably add to the total market cap. So of course, what happens to the total market cap at that time? Well, the total market cap isn't going to be at 3.2 trillion. It's probably going to be 4 trillion, if not 5 trillion, if not 10 trillion. You see what I mean? So just by looking at dominance, like 58% of the 3.2, that's not it. It's just a percentage, nothing more. But think about what will happen if other coins now end up having a $2 trillion market capitalization, right? Well, that's 2 trillion in BTC, 2 trillion in another alt. That's 4 trillion already. And then we've got the rest of them, right? You see what I mean, right? So that's how I look at this, right? And this is why I'm kind of excited because, technically when we start seeing Ethereum break past this $3,586, head towards the 3,800, which is another critical level for me. As soon as it goes there, then there is no other target apart from the moon, right? So let's see how we go. Of course, now there's some cautions I want to also give to you guys, and cautions are on the 3-day candle, on the 3-day stochastic RSI. I am seeing pointing down, right? For BTC, I'm seeing it pointing down, right? If it points down, and if it continues for another 2-3 days, because remember, we're in the middle of the week. We haven't ended the week. This is technically the middle of the week. By Sunday, right, if we start pumping and we go back towards 95 plus, maybe towards 100K, it could change the chart. And this is absolutely possible. We could change the chart. Nothing is 100% absolute, right? Because we can only go by looking at the pattern. So if it changes everything, yeah, we go back into a bullish pattern and we carry on, right? As if nothing even happened. However, according to the charts, most of the time they're not wrong. It's telling me that the next few days we could see it being a bit bumpy. If it is a bit bumpy, and if it does start bleeding down, well, we might go and test, right? We might go and test that 86 to 88. Desi, I'll read that message, bro. Give me a sec. I'll read that. So we will start going towards the 86, 88K, that range that we have. And even then, if something worse was to happen, right, and we lose that for whatever reason, we've still got 78K, right? So we're still safe. 78 to 80K, there's a range there. We still got that, so we should be absolutely fine, right? So let's, it's all good. Let's just put it this way. Market is still good, because when we look at the higher timelines, right, when we look at a higher time frame, we're still in the game. The game is still on, right? So we're not going anywhere, right? Desi, I'm not sure what happened. Your message got retracted. I don't know why, bro. I don't know what happened there, but message got retracted. Can't see your message. I was about to read it and they just got retracted. So why does it say retracted? Oh my God, this is good. Okay, so I just realized something. Oh, no, 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 that's fine. You carry on. I'll read it and then at the end I'll talk about it. So yeah, drop it. That's not a problem, bro. I won't get distracted. Don't worry. I'm seeing it. That's why I saw, just in case you feel ignored or something that I'm not responding to your message, I will definitely talk about it. Pistol, thank you very much. I'll tell you what you can shut, bro. You can shut yourself and you can get lost, right? How about this? So yeah, drop it later. Anyway, so Pistol just got kicked off the chat because I've just figured out how to kick people off. So yeah, Pistol just got kicked off. So yeah, if we're gonna get trolls here who can't respect what we're doing, they can just leave, right? We're here for a community. We're here to help each other and grow. So without the distraction, right? So let's continue with the market. So where was I? Before I went to the thing. Where was I? Sorry, I got distracted from. You see, you didn't distract me. Pistol distracted me because of what he said. Right? Honestly. Where was I? Right, Ethereum. Right. Ethereum at 3,549. Right. Let's just talk about this. Right. So I've kind of lost my thought. Let me get back to this. Hold on. Let me get back to this. KR, it gets even better, bro. Check this out. You're a moderator now. Here we go. Boom, you're a moderator right now. So basically, I've just figured out a few bits and bobs. On the live chats, I can actually assign a few of you guys to be the moderators. I didn't realize this before because I'm still learning. By the way, guys, this is YouTube, the YouTube's app directly. I've only started to use this. Before I used to use Prism Live and OBS. So OBS is on my computer anyway. And then I started to use Prism Live. Pretty cool. Prism Live I like better because it can stream to multiple platforms at the same time. But recently I've been having some audio issues, right? So because of that, I've realized the audio quality is a lot better through the direct YouTube app. I'm not using any audio peripherals or devices, but on the other one I have to use an audio device, and it's just, I don't know. So yeah, it's just one of those. But anyway, let's get back into this, right? Forget about that guy. So what we're talking about, right? So I think I've got my memory back a little bit. So the way I'm looking at things, right, is altcoins, right, especially Ethereum. I believe that if Ethereum goes back to the 3,500, which is about to go to anyway, and beats that, it will start recovering the market, and we could potentially see, right, we could potentially see a $4-5 trillion market cap, and things could move. Now, also the way I look at certain things here as well, right, and I think what I spoke to KR as well, I said, at some stage, right, of course the market's going, at some stage we're going to have a parabola, right, and at that parabola, right, and this is not a financial advice, it would be a good opportunity when you see a parabola. So as soon as you see the hype phase, right, the hype hasn't started yet, right, it's just getting started, but when that hype phase comes, when you see those candles, those big parabola candles, those like, okay, we don't know what the hell is going on, market's just shooting up, it's like a rocket, calm down, take a step back, right, take a deep breath and start pressing sell. It's not financial advice. Of course, it's up to you if you want to hold next season. Until next season, it's up to you. But it may be a good idea to start dumping some of your coins, right? So I might be a little bit off topic, but I'm trying my best to remember what I can. Some of the things that we were talking about. BTC is back at 95,200. So yeah, we're moving. Ethereum is back at 3,552. So what was I saying? So we're going to get to that stage where things are going to start becoming parabola, right? When that happens, my advice to everybody, and it's not a financial advice or anything like that, just a friendly advice, right? Consider dumping and exiting, right? Because your exit strategy is the key here. Because when the parabola ends, everything ends. At that stage, if you decide to sell, you're going to be selling on the way down. And at that time, if everyone else is trying to sell, then you got to understand that there is something called priority, right? Exchanges will prioritize certain orders over others, right? Big orders over others, very unique numbers over others. So there's so many different things, right? Yeah, I just said that 95,267 right now. So yeah, do you know what I mean? We don't really want it there, to be honest, because we need it to settle down, because as soon as the attention moves back into BTC, altcoins don't do anything. It's carried them so far, but that's about it. It hasn't done anything great for any of the altcoins. So we really want to see some of these altcoins because there's much more bigger gains. Like I'm talking about 10x, 15x, 20x, right? I mean, think about it. Solana currently sitting at what was it? 239, right? Well, that's a 23x for us. Do you know what I mean? That's a 23x for us. So, but I want you guys to consider this as well. So as I said, what's going to happen is on the parabola, what I would recommend to everybody is consider dumping. Whether you do or not, it's up to you, but have a strategy. Consider dumping on the parabola, so you're selling on the way up, right? And you save as much fund as possible, because what I believe is, or what I feel I should tell you, is if you can maximize your gains this season, then I think next season we can play bigger, better and harder, and we can potentially make far more bigger gains, right? That's what I believe anyway, right? Looking at the market, it's not stopping. It's not stopping. How crazy is that? It's not stopping. Oh my. Anyway, guys, listen, if there's any other questions or anything, if you guys want to talk about something, please go ahead. I mean, Desi, drop what you want to drop right now. It's not a problem. We'll talk about it, brother. I don't have an issue. Yeah, I mean, we're on a tear. BTC's on a tear right now. Look at it. It's at 95,400 right now, right? And I don't think it wants to stop, which is not a good thing, obviously, for the alts. And as I mentioned this, because it kind of hinders the performance that alts can do. I really want to see it just settle, like a couple of days, next 2-3 days, this until this Sunday, just hover around where it is, right? Not go anywhere, not do anything. And then I think the market would actually start leading. I want the market to lead, not BTC. That's just me. Hate me for it. Remember, also a lot of you guys don't know this, right? I am BTC's #1 fan. I consider myself to be #1 fan. I actually respect BTC more than anything else. I think all altcoins are shitcoins. But here I am for the last God knows how long, telling everybody that I want altcoins to move, right? So think about it. This is not, oh, I like this coin and I like, no, it's financial. Altcoins will make you more money, right? What are you going to do, right? Altcoins will make you more money. That's the truth. Yes, if BTC goes up but dominance doesn't, it's a good sign. However, when you're looking at the BTC price today and looking at dominance, they do not reflect the accurate data. The total data will be calculated every 12 hours, right? Sorry, every 24 hours, right? So yes, you're seeing it, but that data isn't going to print. And there's not going to be much accuracy because a lot of the data has to catch up, because what the system's trying to do is calculate all the coins and how much each coin has a value and how much the total market cap is. There's a variation, there's a complete variable there, right? So all of those calculations are going to have to be made. So we don't really know. So in a couple of hours, maybe we'll find out that dominance is either high or low, right? Because it totally depends on it's not the price. It totally depends on other coins performing as well. So BTC could be at 100k, right? Everything else doesn't move. Could be at 100% dominance. Or BTC could be at 20% dominance and everything else starts moving. So we want to see all other coins start to move. That's the key. So that's the key here, right? Let's see. I mean, Ethereum, honestly, I just want to see Ethereum close a daily, or maybe a week. I would say weekly is going to be better. If it can close a weekly candle above the 3,500 or 3,600, let's just say 3,600. If you can close one there, I think there's a great opportunity for other altcoins to start moving. Another thing a lot of you guys need to understand as well, there is a lot of pairs, right? When we're talking about pairing, right? So there are some coins that are originally paired with BTC. So when BTC moves, they also kind of move, right? They're not pegged, but they're paired, right? In BTC valuation. Or the opposite happens, they bleed out when BTC moves, right? Similar way, many coins on Ethereum, and we can almost say 99.9% of coins that were built on Ethereum were paired with Ethereum. So just by Ethereum moving, they will also start moving as well, because the valuation increases. Again, you know, it's just the way they were paired. Not everything is valued in USD. Of course, when we talk about things, we say, oh, USDT and this and that, right? But the only coin that was ever originally intentionally paired to USD was BTC. right? BTC wasn't paired with them. There was no other coin. So BTC was the only one that was paired with USD. Everything else, like Ethereum originally was paired with BTC, right? And all the coins that were built on Ethereum were paired with Ethereum. So think about it that way. Do you know what I mean? If you're here for the first time, guys, my name is Shan. This is Your X5. The truth is always out there. We talk about all sorts of crazy stuff here, crypto and bits and bobs. And as you can see on the chat, most of the guys that are here are friends of the channel, right? Let's just say friends of the channel. So I'm here for them. If they didn't ask me, I would have come here, because KR asked me, like, do you want to go on a live? I was like, I'm free. I'll do it. Go ahead and ask others. So he asked people, and I said, okay, just jump on. No worries. You know? So, yeah, it is what it is. So, Desi, what were you saying, my brother? You wasn't distracting me. Go on. What were you saying? Something about combo. Yeah, let me know. You know when we sometimes on the YouTube comments, I want to mention this as well, right? So on YouTube comments, this is hilarious. YouTube needs to fix this. The first comment that you put in, right? YouTube automatically shows that, so I can go in and respond to that. But after that, if there's any other replies, most of them do not. I don't get any notifications, so I'm having to manually go through and see how many replies there are and reply back. So it is quite difficult for me to have a conversation with someone on the YouTube comments, right? It's quite hard. It is quite hard. But I try my best. I always reply to many comments, or like all of the comments pretty much. I reply to all of them. However, the reason I actually go there to check them out is because sometimes I get a lot of scammers show up who are giving their seed phrase and whatnot. Guys, don't enter those seed phrase or anything like this. They just trying to hijack your wallet or whatnot, right? You know, don't do that, right? So yeah, please. There's a lot of scammers out there, and what you'll find is, sadly, people who get impacted are people who are in need anyway, right? So it's a sad reality. Scammers don't go after people who have a lot of crypto, who have a lot of money. They don't, more often than not, they don't go after them. They're looking for people who are vulnerable, right? And they take it off them, and it's a sad thing. So if you do see these, kind of report them, right? If you see any scam activity, anything dodgy, right? Report them, please report them, because I'm doing that. Every time I see one, I report them. I get them removed, you know, just to protect the community. Do you know what I mean? So that's just me doing my thing. XRP is at 147. XRP is back at 147. I would love to see it test that 198 that we talked about, almost $2. If it does, I think it will be a good thing. Because then it has a chance to go towards the $3. You see what I mean? And if it goes towards the $3, well, Faisal, for you, I don't see why it can't go towards $20, $30, $40. You know what I mean, right? Well, we can be optimistic. We can be optimistic. So, you know, it is what it is. BTC's at 95,600 and climbing, even though the RSI on the 3-day is still showing slight bearishness. But yeah, that's crypto for you. I mean, 1 minute it could be complete bearish, and the next minute it could be complete bullish. The data that was printed yesterday may not be relevant today, right? And hence why you see a lot of the exchanges and everything give you those kind of warnings, right? But do understand, the crypto is one of the most volatile assets out there. You know, what you see, things will definitely he said God willing, things like change just like that, right? It's freaking amazing how it changes. So obviously, I mean, for me, even if the data changes within the day, I'm not too concerned. I usually wait for the candle to close, because that's what the data is. Because once the candle closes, that's a fact. Whatever the candle does within a day before closing, that's just a story, right? So we don't look at the story, we look at the fact. And then we base things based on the fact, right? If that helps. So Faisal says, God willing, if it goes to $20, $30, I know what he's talking about. So yeah, I mean, look, we all, listen, I've been kind of trying to promote and telling people, I really want to see the alts move, because I think there's a massive opportunity. Like, as I've mentioned before as well, there's a few $1 trillion just sitting on the table that the alts need to recover. So it's not even brand new all-time highs or anything. They need to recover their previous all-time high, right? And once they do that, then we're moving forward. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Bonk is doing good today. Bonk was doing good yesterday as well. I bought some Bonk. I mentioned it yesterday. That's doing good. Songbird is holding strong. Flare is holding strong. So just for you guys who are holding Flare and Songbird, I wanted to let you know they're doing quite well. I don't see much of an issue. I know Bubbles here. I'll talk about eGold. eGold is at $37. Quite disappointing. In fact, I have some eGold that I bought around $129. Would you believe that? eGold at some stage was like $300-400. So I would say like it's like 1/4 of the way. But again, once the market moves, the momentum kicks in, right? For the alts, it wouldn't be just one coin becoming parabola. It could be all of them. And that's what I'm talking about. Like if eGold, for example, Multiverse X, right, which got rebranded, if it's sitting at $37 right now, which is like, I don't know, 1/3, maybe 1/3 and a bit, whatever, of what I paid, but I know it's not it's like 10% of the all-time high, right? So if it's sitting at here, think about it, that's 90% on the table that it needs to take back again. So what would that do to the market? You see what I mean? So that's the whole thing I wanted to talk about. So yeah, BTC back at 95k. I'm not happy. 95,580. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I want to see it stagnant for a day or two. Also, yesterday I mentioned something about Bonk. I want to go back to Bonk for a bit. I mentioned how Bonk hasn't done anything, and what I'm talking about, guys. So I know one person actually came to me and said, no, actually Bonk did something, right? Yes, I know. I'm going to talk about XLM as well. Bonk has done XYZ. Yes, Bonk has done like 20-30,000% already, right? But when I'm talking about it hasn't done anything, I'm talking about the fact that it hasn't pumped since BTC started moving. So I think it was September, October when Bonk became stagnant. So it's been stagnant since then. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the early pump, because a lot of these have pumped 20,000% and then dumped 99%. I'm not talking about that. I don't really give a damn about that. We're looking at what's happening right now. So let's see what happens there. Faisal says XLM has been tearing, bro. It's done 600% on the monthly. Absolutely. What you have to understand, XLM is a connection as well. So XLM and XRP are kind of connected, meaning that the founders, right, at some stage were connected. Right, I forgot the name, it's not coming to me. I have talked about it before. So XLM is created by one of the ex-founders of XRP who wanted to create something different. So usually when one of them pumps, both of them pumps, right? So they are connected. So now you can say Songbird, Flare, XRP and XLM, all three of them are connected, all right? Because they are technically connected, right, in one form or another. So historically connected. So let's just put it that way. So yeah, XLM is another good one. In fact, recently someone contacted me. It was someone by the name of Tim. I know him. I don't know if you guys know, but he contacted me and he wanted to buy XRP and XLM at the same time, right? 50-50, whatever. So yeah, XLM will move, right? And again, it's a good opportunity. Make the money, get the hell out. Don't be a hodler. That's all I want to say, right? Bubble says, I don't think eGold will go more than 200 this bull. Let's see, brother. I mean, even 200, that's close enough. Do you know what I mean? That's an argument that I was making last couple of weeks, right? I was like, even if some of these coins, we know they haven't gone to the 50% of their all-time high. Even if they go there, then we know they have a chance to at least go and test the all-time high. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying, right? You know, when we look at the market, when we see how some of the altcoins are performing, how they are all down, right? Currently, they're down 90%, 95% below their all-time high. That's concerning. That's concerning. Is that a bull market? Well, not entirely. More like one-man show, right? BTC doing whatever it needs to do. Similar way some other coins have just carried on their own. What we want to see is the entire market move, right? And that hasn't come in. And I believe that's going to come at some stage. But what we don't want is the market to end before that happens. So that's why I'm like, BTC's got to take baby steps, right? So other coins can actually move along and test at least 50%, if not 100% of their previous all-time high. Then if the market ends, then at least we've given it a chance. But right now, everything, all the energy, all the focus, everything, everyone's talking about BTC. And I'm like, well, guys, forget about BTC. That's why I said the other day, I said BTC can go to hell. Why did I say that? Yes, I'm happy, I'm freaking excited what BTC has done, right? Of course, it's a dream come true. And in fact, there are some levels and numbers that I've thrown out there which have come true, right? And they've come true after I've thrown the numbers. So I'm happy that, okay, my analysis at least worked out, the maths was correct. Now, but at the same time, I'm afraid that if it goes too high, too fast, and all the attention goes to that, nothing else is going to get attention. Hence why I believe that BTC just needs to settle for a bit, right? Go back into the shadows for a little bit. No one talks about it, while other coins recover, and then they can actually get back to their previous all-time high. Even if it's like what you're saying about e-gold going back to 200, yeah, that's 50%. That's good. That's a result. You know what I mean? That's a result. And when we get to that 50%, then we have an opportunity to test higher numbers. So we might even go to 300, right? You know, worst case scenario, go to 300. And the best case scenario, we might go to 400, 500. But this time, what I want you to do, Bubble, is when we get to that level, right? As I mentioned earlier on as well, when we hit that parabola or when we hit that high, whatever level we hit, when you feel it's okay, on a green candle, so not on a red candle, on a green candle, consider selling, right? Because you've had a cycle, right? You've had one or two cycles. You've had two cycles. So yeah, you've had two cycles, I believe. So some of you guys have two cycles, some of you guys had three cycles here, right? So if you've had those cycles, you've seen the pattern. You've seen how high we can go and how low we can dump, right? Now that you understand this, consider cashing out during a high, so you can rebuy these 80, 90, whatever percent cheaper later on if you still have full conviction in them, if you still believe in them. But don't be that person who just huddles through 2-3 cycles, right? And then every cycle keeps on adding more and more of your assets and wealth. Don't be that guy. Recycle that wealth. That's what I'm saying. Nothing more. If I've said anything wrong, if I'm saying anything that's going to financially harm you, tell me, please. You know what I mean? Right? Faisal says ISO and utility coins seem like they can run well this cycle. Don't really care what the coin is. AI, gaming, ISO, DPIN, so many other names, right? So many other acronyms and all attributes and descriptions we got. They really don't matter, right? Just pick on anything, stick with it. When it rides, sell it and get the hell out. Like Bubble said, he will sell with both hands, right? Crystal clear. Because there was a time when he was sitting on, I mean, Bubble, if you remind me, how much was the price when I told you to sell? When I told you to sell some, at least, right? I said to take your initial out. What was the price of e-gold at that time? If you don't mind saying it on a live. I'm waiting for your answer. Because I can't remember how high it was, but I know it was above 300 or something like this. I can't remember exactly what price it was. And I said to you, I said, you might want to consider taking some of your initial and take some profit out as well. Take some bonus money out, enjoy life a little bit rather than holding. And you didn't, but it's fine. And you held strong, and I respect you for that. Honestly, I respect you for that. Top of the top. 550, freaking hell, 550. I couldn't remember. I knew it was over 300, but I can't remember exactly how much. Bro, you know me. Come on, I meet so many people, so yeah. But yeah, 550. So imagine. But don't worry about it. Listen, it's all good. You've learned your lesson. We've all learned our lesson, all right? But this season, I don't really want to see when we hit the top. I would wish for everybody to at least make a decision, a rational decision, right? To start selling and waiting, because what we want to do is, we like, you've learned, right? You know what coin does what, and you can see certain performances. You can see how XRP performs during a bear market, during a bull market. You can see how Ethereum performs during a bull market, a bear market, how eGold performed during a bull market, a bear market. So we know these performances, and based on these, right, we know what it can achieve. Next season, you know what to expect, right? So you know what the worst case scenario could be. You know what the best case scenario could be. So we know that, okay, we are definitely going to get lower prices. We can re-enter lower prices. And technically, if we use the same funds again, well, now we can hold more coins than we had before. And then it's a matter of just waiting for another 2-3 years. You know what I mean? But we got to recycle, guys. You got to recycle, right? Recycle. That's what I'm going to say. Recycle. All right, but Bubble, I hope for the best for you, bro, and I do hope, and believe me, I have faith. I have faith. I believe BTC just needs to stop. Week to just settle down, and it's good for the longer run as well. By the way, it actually prolongs the market for us, so we don't want to see a sudden dump, right? If BTC can just settle down, then others will catch up, and so far others have been performing quite well, but the attentions keep on moving back to BTC. Right, Bubble says I diversified already. I have more than 10 coins. That's okay, brother. Diversification, it's a weird one, right? Okay, if you, I mean, and I know you have, right? So diversifying during a bear market, because think about it, I'm betting. Think about it like this way, right? Okay, I'm about to go bet on 10 different assets. I don't know who's going to win, who's not. Like, there's 10 horses there. I'm just going to bet on all of them. Some of them more, some of them less, but I'm going to bet on all of them because one of them is bound to win. I don't know which one. That's more like diversifying. Like, you know, they say don't put your eggs in one basket, right? So if I have 6 baskets with 6 eggs, then I have less chances of breaking all of them together, right? Similar way. So that's what diversification is, right? But regardless of diversifying, regardless of just buying one asset, regardless if you bought 20 assets or 100 assets, like for me, at some stage I actually had almost close to 1,000 different crypto, right? Stupid of me, but yeah, I've had that. In fact, I was actually gonna do a like show it on live streams and whatnot. I then decided not to. So I had a list of 1,000 coins, right? That's how crazy diversified I was. I wouldn't call it that. I would call it stupidity, right? But over time, I realized that, you know what? It doesn't matter how many coins you hold. It really doesn't matter, because what matters is when do you enter. Timing is important. So you enter at a particular time. It doesn't matter how much you invest, $10, $100, $1,000, $1 million. It doesn't matter, right? You come in at a specific time of the market and you exit at a specific time of the market. And that's all that matters. As long as you're up, right? As long as you're up, right, in profit, right? Whether it be 10%, 20%, 30%, 100%, 2,000%, 10,000%. So what I'm saying, 10,000 is like 100x, right? Whatever percent you're up, that's a win. That's a win. So it doesn't matter how many coins, how many coins you own, how much diversified you want. None of that matters. What matters is, as I said, like, you know, when you buy, that's important, and when you sell, right, that's what matters. So it's all about timing. Timing is important. And a lot of people are going to say, oh well, but we can't, we don't know when it's going to be the bottom, we don't know when it's going to be the top. No, we don't. No one will, right? No one has a crystal ball, but we have rough ideas. And in this channel, right, in our Discord server, we have kind of tracked it pretty well, right? We knew when the market's going to do a certain move, and we've kind of knew about it 2-3 weeks in advance, at least, if not months ahead. And we've kind of used that as a guidance, when to enter, when to sell, when to get out, when to buy a dip, right? Yeah, I mean, we've done well. I would say we've done well. So yeah, it is what it is. BTC's testing 96k. Let's see what it does. I really don't like it. When I see that, I don't like it. But other than that, guys, I'm not going to make this any longer. I hope the video was informative. My name is Shan. This is 0x Files. Truth is always out there. And all my brothers that have come to the show, thank you very much for coming to the show. With the exception of that one troll. You get all sorts of weirdos. But you know what? I understand that. It's okay. You know, there are plenty of haters out there. Believe me, there are more haters than anything else, right? There was this one video I shared with someone earlier on today on WhatsApp. I shared a video with them, a YouTube video, regarding something that happened about 14-15 days ago. And it's shocking. But just shows you there are too many haters out there. People don't like someone coming on and you know, trying to give you some good messages, right? Good ideas, and trying to give you some good guidance, right? People don't like that. What people like is, buy this coin, I'm buying this coin, or let's chuck 100,000 on this one, let's do this one. That's what they like, right? See, free energy, awesome, my brother, nice to see you. But yeah, that's what people like. People just like hype, right? Mostly scam projects, right? That's what they like. I mean, if yeah, I don't even know what to say. I'm not going to say anything. I was going to promote another channel where there's a lot of scams going on to go and view him, but he won't make an effort to guide you and tell you or warn you regarding what could happen. You know what I mean? So I do my best. Now, if people hate me for it, what am I going to do about it? Do you know what I mean? There's nothing I could do about it, right? It's your hate. If you want to give it to me, by all means, right? But you know, I would expect some love. Obviously, smash that like, hit that subscribe. Let's grow the channel to 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's it. I don't expect anything else of you, but as I said, if you're gonna hate, you hate. You know what I mean? Because I know who are my who actually trust me. I would say trust me. Whether they do or not, I don't know, but I do feel that there's a significant number of people in the community, and for me a significant number is one. Believe it or not, if I could change one person's life with what I'm saying here, I've achieved my goal. I've achieved my goal. You know, free energy is driving, bro. Be careful. Be careful, right? Be careful. um Drive safe and don't use autopilot, please. Don't use autopilot. Right, drive safe, keep your hands on the wheels, don't use autopilot. I'm saying that because free energy drives a Tesla and I don't want him to use autopilot. So yeah, again, most of you guys who are coming to the stream, you probably don't realize this or understand this. When I'm talking to people here on a live stream, these are my close friends, right? That I've met through YouTube and this and that. So yeah, I mean, I was just a guy 4 years ago, just a random guy trying to help 14, 15 people, friends and family, trying to help them, close friends and family, which has now expanded to other people. And I've got to meet so many great people out there. You know, and I've personally met a few people. Free energy, I've met him personally, so you know, I know about him. And there are other people I've had like video calls and everything, so I've got to meet a lot of people. Very diversified community here, and you know, I hope they appreciate what I tend to do, right? I'm always like, I would, if everyone's positive, I'll try and throw a bit of negativity in there just to kind of bring everyone back to the ground, right? If there's negativity, I'll try and throw some positivity in there again, just to keep things calm, right? But my whole idea is I want you to think outside the box. My whole vision here is think outside the box, right? If the herd is doing something, do the opposite, right? Because that usually is the winning number, right? If everyone's going up, everyone's hyping to move up, you should be getting ready to sell, right? If everyone's starting to dump, you should be ready to buy. So it's that psychology. It's all to do with human psychology. So that's how we do it. So other than that, free energy, thank you very much for coming to the show. El Bubble, KR, Faisal, all the other guys, Desi, thank you very much for coming to the show. I do appreciate your comments. Desi, if you do want to throw that message, by all means, you've got a last minute, you can chuck it now, we'll talk about it. If not, then we'll continue on the comments, if that's what you prefer. If not, you can always join Discord. There's a link below where it says buy me a coffee. That's actually in all my links. I believe Discord community is there. If it's there, jump on Discord and we can have a good conversation there, brother. And I would love to, you know, because Desi, I just like, so I kind of checked him out on his videos, on his YouTube. Turns out my brother's into super bikes, right? So, and I do like super bikes. I can't ride any, but he likes super bikes, and he hasn't made a video for a very long time. So the first question I asked, how come you stopped making videos? You know, and I really want to see. So, and then I found out he got involved in an accident. I hope you don't mind me sharing this. He got involved in an accident, and it, you know, prevented him from basically riding again. But he does touring and everything, so check him out. I mean, when he recovers, and well, I think he's recovered already, but when he feels a lot better, hopefully he can start making videos again. And of course, you know, I'm already subscribed to him, and we can all share their joy and excitement and get to see his adventures, right? That would be quite cool. So it's always nice to meet another YouTuber, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the guys that view this channel, they have a channel for whatever reason, right? On a channel, but not many people are. It's always nice to see another content creator. But yeah, other than that, what's Bubble talking about? What's going on, Bubble? What you on about? Other than that, guys, thank you very much for coming to the show. let's catch up on another one very soon. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have a shave. I didn't shave on purpose today, honestly. I woke up and I was like, should I shave today? I was like, no, I've got to shave tomorrow anyway because I'm going somewhere tomorrow. So I want to have a clean shave tomorrow. I don't want to shave today and then tomorrow it's like, oh, it's not long enough and then not shave. I'd rather shave tomorrow and have a clean shave. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons. So yeah, if you guys want me to come on a live or anything, message me, no problem. Bubble, you got my WhatsApp and my phone number, so just message me. I know you don't like Discord, but look, I'm available everywhere and I'm there for everybody. Right, end of the day, I'm there for everybody. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. Let me catch you guys on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.